We're going to be doing some work in a junk journal that I started on my own. You haven't seen it yet, but we're gonna do a little work on that today. Good morning, Piglet. Hello, hello. Okay, so this actually is my gratitude journal. So it's a junk journal that I created that I do some gratitude journaling in. This was yesterday's entry. I usually create or decorate one side and write on the other side. You can see my writing. So we do this every single Sunday inside the Craft Therapy Club. I like to do some live demonstration time on how to use the junk journals that we make, not just on how to make them, because one of the most common questions I get is, okay, you made it, now what are you going to do with it? So this is one way that I use mine, gratitude journaling every Sunday. Today I'm just working on creating the signature for a new journal, kind of experimenting with something here. Good morning, Carol. Thanks for saying hello. Welcome, welcome. Carol, what's happening in your world today? I'm going to kind of talk you through what I have in front of me and what I have to choose from for updating this, or like kind of working on the pages of this. Let me just make a little room here. I'm going to move my sewing machine because I grabbed a whole bunch of supplies to create the pages. You know what, though? I want to see you guys. I can't see your comments the way we're sitting. So just give me a second here. I'm going to grab you up here on my laptop so I can see who's there, who's chatting with me today. I see Carol's here and saying hello. Thanks for that, Carol, for chatting with me, because this is Crafting and Chatting. I'm going to try to do this every single week, either Monday or Tuesday here on Whatnot. I go live very regularly demonstrating on Facebook and YouTube, but it's time for me to start doing that on Whatnot as well. I lost battery there. Ran out of power, so I'm waiting for this to kick in. Bye, honey. Have a good day. My hubby's leaving for work. My son already got off to school. Well, I really messed myself up with this computer here, ladies. I think I need to give that a minute. All right, let me stand up and see who's saying hello. Funky Dog, hey, Christy, how are you, darling? How are you? What's happening? Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you. Okay, here's what we got today. I'm waiting for my computer now to have enough energy to even turn on. I think I ran the battery so low that it's just dead. Okay. This journal is from a kit from Amity Bloom. So I bought her kit, and she calls it a paper bag journal. I love Amity Bloom, but I don't think these are paper bags. She calls it a paper bag journal. But let me show you what the pages look like when you buy the kit. Okay, this is a page in the kit. And you can see here that shape. She has continuous cutouts in that shape. So you can see, here's another one. This one's really easy to see. So that is what you get. That's what she calls a paper bag. And then you fold it and you use those as your pages in your journal. I think I actually have one cut out. I have all my offcuts over here, things that I printed and then didn't use. So when you end up cutting that out, this is the shape that you get. She has big ones and she has small ones. These are what the small ones look like. She calls this a paper bag. It looks more like a envelope to me, but whatever. That's what she calls them. So this book here is just a conglomeration of those taped together. I just taped them all together, and I've got to decide which ones of these I want to leave open, which ones I want to glue closed so I can use them as an actual envelope. I only have decorated one page. That is this one. This is one of those that I left open. I left the two flaps here, and then I just covered these two sides that were white on the inside so that it was a little more decorative, because she's darling. I don't know where she might have been from the kit. I'm not sure. And then this is some of my ledger paper. So we're going to continue on with that. I have offcuts over here to the left, things that I didn't use from this kit that I bought from her on Etsy. And then I also have gathered other pages and focal points that I can use on these pages. So that's what I'm working on today. I just needed to get Whatnot pulled up. My laptop's finally caught up with me. Let me just get it pulled up so I can see you, because I can't even see your comments, girls. I can't see you and I don't like it. I don't like it. I like to be able to see you. All right, here we go. Now I got you. There's 9 of you here. Yay. Happy Monday morning. Anybody else a fan of Amity Bloom? I love her stuff. I love her work. It's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Christy. You're the bomb diggity. Diggity bomb. All right, so just Carol and Christy saying good morning to me. Well, thank you for chatting with me. I appreciate you. Okay, so I have some stuff over here on the side. I have regular scrapbook paper, like decorative scrapbook paper. I have this book, which is just a toned tanned sketch paper because I love the color. So maybe I'll use some of that to either make additional pages or pockets or something. I have papers that I have printed that are focal points and just plain pages, more of Amity Blooms, in fact. And then I have my phone book with my paper scraps glued on, making more papers that I could possibly use. So I just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I could potentially use to decorate these pages. And we're just going to get into it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today. Good morning, Brenda. Hello. Thanks for saying hello, Wendy. Good morning. What's everybody up to this morning? I got a little coffee. I hope you don't mind. And this journal is a challenge to me for 2 reasons. Most of my journals are 6 by 9. I just showed you my gratitude journal. And now I don't know where I put it. Most of my journals are 6 to 9, so bigger than this. So that's number 1. That's a challenge for me. Then these pages are just new and strange to me, creating with these kinds of pages. Just new and strange to me, but we're going to get started. I think this is the front of the signature. So I think I'm going to actually save this for later because I don't know how this is going to work out. I just, it's so new and unusual. So I started here just because I had her and she fit there beautifully. Now I think I'm going to keep building from here, if you don't mind. So this flap here, I wanted to add something to that. So let me look through first my offcuts. Anybody doing something creative today? So that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I'm looking for like a tag or something that I could attach to that. This is too big, although I'm going to keep that close by just in case I can use it. Something like this. Would she fit? This here? She might fit. Let's cut her out and see. What's everybody up to? Give me some info. If you're interested in checking out my store, I did load some stuff in the Buy It Now just so you could see. I have a combination, if you're new here, combination of craft supplies, every once in a while handmade items by me, like maybe one of my junk journals, and also home decor, both vintage and modern home decor. So that's kind of where I live, you know, in terms of offering items for sale on Whatnot. So if you're interested, you could check the Buy It Now tab. I do have some, see, that does fit on there pretty well. I do have some ledger paper. I think I'm going to bend it this way and have her live here. So let's see if this is, she's too wide for that. So I need to cut her down a little further. So I think I'm going to cut this off. I'd love to know if you're going to be creating today. What you got going? All right, so now this side will be blank. If I do this, this is going to be blank, and I don't want that. So I'm going to find something else to double it up. Now I have this crazy butterfly that's just, it was the first, usually when I stamp, I load it up with ink and I stamp it on like an, scrap paper, and then I go back in and stamp on my actual project. And if this fits, why wouldn't I just use this? Right? Because I love grungy. You guys know me. I love things that are grungy and unexpected in my books. I don't want everything to be, I like to use purchased journal pages because they make things pretty, but then I like to mix it up with my own stuff and like make it kind of grungy. So I'm going to glue this down and we're going to use this butterfly somehow. We're just, because I'm a true junk journaler in that fashion. I don't like things to go to waste. And I do use junk in my journals because that's what it's all about. That is the true nature of junk journaling. Taking things that you would have thrown out otherwise and sticking it together in a book that is at some point useful, but is just decorative and artistic on its own. Just by creating it, kind of makes me so happy. Jules Retro Bomb. Hello. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you. Welcome. You're drinking coffee with me? Yay for coffee. Carol, I'm drinking my coffee too. Hey, Brenda. Thanks for saying hi. Funky Junk. Christy, my friend Funky Junk Inspiration, please follow her. Please. She's in all the places just like me by the same exact name. You can find us all by the same names that we have here on YouTube, Facebook, and now here on Whatnot. Christy has been hanging out with me for years over on the Comfy Nest with Grace. She started her own page years ago, and we're going to start collaborating, she and I, with some other people from my membership club, the Craft Therapy Club. We're going to start doing some stuff together to help support each other and for fun and fellowship, and it's just, I love it. It makes me so happy. I should have glued her down before I cut her, so because now I just cut her twice. But now anyway, I have something on that page so that when you flip it, it's not just plain. So she's going to go here. Carol's cleaning her craft room, then she's going on a walk with her dog. It's warming up today. Good for you. That's fantastic. Nice job, sister. Nice job. It's going to be so fun. Christy, I've had you and Christy and the ladies on my mind because I just can't get my poop in a group. I have big plans in my head. I hope I'm not the only one out there who does this. I have such big plans in my head, and then like my days go by and I'm like, oh, I've been meaning to do that, and then it doesn't happen. And it's not that I'm ignoring or trying not to accomplish. It's just that Mama's tired. Let's just be honest. Landon's home. Landon is home. I'm thrilled about it. He's home for spring break. He's only here for part of spring break. He is taking a little ski trip with his girlie. So he's only going to be here for half of the week because he's going to be spending the other half with Maddie out of state. Going to be out of state doing some skiing, which is great. But I'm trying to just, while my kids are here, I am like mom first. I'm mom first. That's my vocation in life. It's my most important role. So until my children no longer pay attention to me, if they are here and they want to hang out, I hang out with them. Because I know there's going to be a day when their wives, their children are going to take first spot, and it's not going to be me and Chris, my husband. So I'm just trying to capitalize on as much of their time as possible. So when they're here, I hang out with them, and this comes second. So sorry to all of you, but that's just the way. It's just the way it goes in my house. You've never heard that? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Poop in a group. Yeah, I'm trying not to swear on. I wanted to say I'm trying to get I say this in place of the other word, I say CHIT. So I'm trying to get my chit together. But my poop in a group is a more R-rate, or what's the general audience rated version of it. Okay, so see, simple, easy, it's decorated. I'm going to embellish this more later. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with all these pockets that she created. Now here, white on this side, it's pretty on that side. So I thought I could add something to that to make a pocket. Like what if I took this little lammy, just for an example? It doesn't have to be another image though, because I already have her. Maybe I just take something plain. Like this is just 12. These were 12 by 12 decorative scrapbook papers, and these are just offcuts from something that I built. So what if I use one of these. Which color do I like? This one's kind of modern and cool. I'm going to cut this down, and we're going to make a little tuck spot here with this. So, Gracie, girls, I don't use a ruler a whole lot if I don't have to. I basically, if you've been here with me before, I basically just eyeball things, or like I'll mark it with a pencil. Like I should cut it, maybe it needs to be cut. Like that's all I do. It needs to be cut right there. That's all. Because I can't handle, thankfully this has lines on it, so it'll keep me kind of straight. I can't handle the ruler over and over again. The fractions, I'm not doing it. It doesn't work for my brain. So this is what I do. Now I want it to be a tuck spot, so I need to cut it. I could just go point to point and make it a triangle, and then actually I'd have two to use here in the book somewhere. But I think I'll do something unusual with this one, and let's cut it. This is very linear with these cross lines on it. So I'm going to cut this kind of just a willy-nilly shape. You like my technical terms? I'm just going to cut it in a willy-nilly shape. I still have two things that I can use for pockets, but now this isn't so square or triangle shaped. It's linear. And we're going to glue this down so it makes us a little, oh, Gracie. Yes, this is what I want to do. Hang tight, girls. I had to think about that for a minute. I'm going to glue here. I'm going to glue here. Can you see what I'm doing? I want this underneath this, so I get that decorative piece used. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to glue. Oh, I could make another little tuck spot there. Wild. All right, we're going to glue this down one at a time, Grace. I get so excited. I get so excited as the stuff comes together. Hello, Jules Retro Bomb and Jenos. You guys are talking to each other in the chat, and that makes me so happy. Because I love to, hold on, I'm going to shut this light above us off. See if that's any better for you guys, because it seems super dark. Is my Boston accent. Why does it look so dark on screen? Okay. I love that you guys are chatting, because I'm all about fellowship here. I'm about making friends, hanging out, enjoying life through our creativity. That's what I'm about, and I'm so happy to have you here. All right, I'm just putting two little bitty bits of glue on either side of that so that I have another little, tiny little tuck spot right there. How cute is that? Well, that worked out all right. Good morning, everybody. Janos 1197. Listen, girls, is that Jennifer Nostrand? I try to guess based on your usernames here on Whatnot who you are, because like Jennifer's in my private membership group, the Craft Therapy Club. But is that who you are? Yes, it's you. It's you. So when I see if I don't recognize you, please don't be offended ever, please, because I'm trying, girls. But it's been interesting. Okay, look at these came. This was just something I had on hand. I don't like them in there, but see, I have a tuck spot here, tuck spot there. I will do that kind of stuff later. Like I'll probably add some ruffles here or fabric. I kind of am really focused right now on just getting through figuring out what to do. Like this, I did turn into like an envelope. This was here. I actually put some paper on the inside of this. So it's just coffee stained paper. And I left these two flaps so that I could do something with them. They're decorative, so I left them there. I'm just trying to get through the base of this. Like these. Oh, see, I did do this one. So I have done a little bit here and there on this. This is rather thick because now it's covered on both sides. So it's thick. It's hefty paper here. I just have to decide. I really just want to make a decision on all of these. Like, am I keeping it like this, or am I going to do something different here? Now, if I did that, that would be a super wide pocket, like open. Sometimes they're really tight and you can barely get something in. This, because we have this gusset almost here and here, that would, see how far up I can get my fingers in there. It would hold something pretty thick, which just, not a bad thing. Unless you don't want that. This matches really well, so maybe I'm just going to glue this here and give myself another. I like the idea of layering these. Sorry, girls, I'm thinking. I have all of these offcuts over here. Some of them are cardstock and some of them are not. Some of them have like phrases. This is the way her kits come. Like she does put these words on the pages that you can use then in the book, which I think is pretty cool. And I would love to capitalize on using, like these will probably all go in my paper scraps for using in my phone book, to be honest with you. Like these thin strips. Although these thin strips are from this kit and they totally match. So if I needed to, like if I had one of these little flaps that I wanted that side to then have some paper on it, if it's just going to be sticking up like that, I could use one of these thin strips to cover that. So maybe I should just, yeah, see, that would match well if I wanted to cover that. But before I get there, I have to decide what I'm doing with all these pages. I just gotta stop and make decisions here about how I'm going to use all these pages. Let's do this one. I'm going to just cut off that thin sliver there. And I'm going to glue this down. I got to just start making decisions. I could be here for ages hemming and hawing over what I'm going to do on these pages. No more hemming and hawing, Grace. It's time to make some decisions. It's been kind of interesting because I've never done a book like this before. But I really like her style and I like how her books turn out. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. I'm giving it a whirl, girls. All right, we are doing this right here. Yep. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's not think too much. I wonder if my mom would appreciate if I made her one. This book, her books, her kits and her books are just so feminine and pretty. I mean, I guess I do a lot of grunge, so but I do like to mix my grunge in with the design of another creative so that it's tampered, if you know what I mean. Like it's not so it's not so grungy. It's like a mix of grunge and pretty. And her stuff is ultra pretty, just really feminine, really beautiful designs. Her kits, her books are gorgeous and I love them. So I thought, well, if I mixed my style with her style, I mean, really, these books that I make are super unique when I'm able to do that, when I'm able to mix my stuff with somebody else's stuff. I really did not line that up well at all. It makes me very unhappy. I'm not normally perfectionist, but dang, Grace, what were you doing right there? I'm gonna take it off, girls. We're redoing it. It stuck well, but it was stuck on there very poorly. I think I was a little cockeyed when I did that. Can I say cockeyed on here? I think I'm kind of enjoying Whatnot because there are not as many restrictions in what you say. You can tell I'm used to being super careful about my language and stuff because I do have a bit of I mean, I love Jesus, but I have a potty mouth. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. I'm just being real with you people. I swear sometimes. I grew up in the city just outside of Boston, Irish American, Italian American family. We swear a lot. It's just it comes out sometimes. Sometimes I'm good, but sometimes I'm not so good. So, that's what happens. All right, I don't know why I have this white spot right here that I'm not happy with. I glued this down, that's why. So see this little white spot? Eventually that'll get covered, but right now I'm focused on figuring out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of in these. Okay, I created that. I made that a little pocket. I did glue that one closed and made that a little envelope. I did some sewing on this one to get that lace on there. So I actually have made more progress in here than I thought. I do need to figure out, okay, I did make this a pocket. So what do I want to do with this? It might be cute on here to make a tab of some sort. I love it that way, but this has to get something on it. So let's use one of these offcuts, like I said. Do I like that? I don't mind that. Let's glue this down. And then I'm going to do some kind of tab on here. You'll see. I have an idea. I have an idea. You'll see, you'll see. Hang tight, girls. Let's do this first. I think I'm more ahead on this book than I thought, to be honest with you. All right, we're going to stick this on here, and then I'm going to cut it down. I do a lot of this because it's all customized on here. We're going to match these up. And then we're just going to cut that down from here. I need little scissors. It's hard to buy for her. She's so picky. I love stuff from the heart. Why not try? Exactly. Jules Retro Bomb, I'm with you on that. I mean, a handmade gift that was made with someone particular in mind, and then you spent the time and energy and the creative thought process to go and make something that you think that she particularly would like. Best gift in the world, man. Best gift in the world. Do you or does your mom, do you guys use journals on a regular basis? Are you journal lovers? Like you're using it? I've got this all whacked out now. That's the thing about her books. Wait a minute. This is not right. There's something wrong here. There's my cover. There. Whew. Her books are like a labyrinth. Well, I shouldn't say her books. This book that I created is just a creative labyrinth of flips and flaps all go in different directions. Now, I would like this to be here. I just glued that down. This didn't stick, so I gotta do something right here to get this to stick. And I did sew some things through my machine before I glued these pages in place. So I do have some stitching throughout, which is kind of cool. Now here is what I'm thinking. Where are you coming from? You little flap. We got to figure out what to do with you too. All right, but here, it would be kind of cool to put something on there that makes like a little handle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Hold on. Looking through my paper stash. I did pull out some vellums scraps because I thought it would be cool to add some vellums to this book. It's just a scrap of cardstock. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Here, I have some plain papers. Here are my extras from her. What if I wish I could have cardstock. Is there any cardstock in here? I'm looking for something hefty, hefty, hefty. All right. Hold on, girls. I'm thinking. Well, I like this the most of all of the stuff. I do like to use what I have. If I don't have to, I don't want to pull new stuff out, right? Hold on. I'm grabbing a thing or a punch. What if I made like a little punched out beauty here? And then I glued that down to make a little flap. I could even glue it. Nope. Is there room for two? Do we have room for two? Can I squeeze two out of this thing? I sure can. That way it's decorative on both sides. I could glue these here together. Yep, it's what we're doing. This one got cut off a little. It's okay. It's okay. It's a junk journal. We're not going to worry about that. I'm going to glue this down on the underside because I like the other one better. This one's going to get glued down over it on the overside. Somehow. Somehow they're going to be glued down. Let me hold that for a second. It's hard to buy for her. Oh, I saw that. I'm behind on comments. Let me get in here. Let me see some more comments. There we go. Who am I talking about, please? Amity Bloom. Oh, I said that earlier. Did you guys miss that? I'm talking about. Are you asking about who the kit is from? It's from Amity Bloom. Amity Bloom, Piglet. Jules Retrobomb. I don't like writing. I'm a crafter, but she's bored, I'm thinking of something that she may like to occupy her time. We're so different. Oh, that's interesting. You might be able to influence her though. You might have some cool influence on her in terms of that. Please check your stream on YouTube. Okay, I'm live. Please check my stream. Is anybody here jumped on here from YouTube? Because I shared this live video. Thank you if you're here from YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. Let me know if you jumped on over to Whatnot from YouTube. This is kind of cool. It's different, and it gives me a little flappy handle. It's cute. It's cute, and it's foiled. I may even end up putting a little. It would be cool. I gotta let everything dry, but it would be cool to put a little bit of like Velcro or snap or something there, and then that opens. I like it. Now here, I haven't done anything with this. Oh yeah, this is a little pocket. Okay, so that's good the way that is. All right, let's go back to the front. Am I just ready to, oh, I have to do this page. See, I don't know to do this page. And I've done everything else. So now I want to count how many pages do I actually have here, because this is just a labyrinth of stuff, right? It's just like so much stuff. All right, I have one. If I leave these two, then I'm going to have two more here. Or I could make that a pocket somehow. You know, I could glue that all together and make it a pocket. I have a pocket here. This is the cover of the signature. I still have to create the cover for the book, but this is the cover for the signature that will be inside the book. So there's 1, 2. I'm going to consider that 2 pages. I have, this could be 3, or it could be 3, 4. So let's say 4, if I leave it that way. This is 5. I'm going to call that 5, 6. I don't know. Am I counting this as another page? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I make a pocket here? No, this is the back side of this. 13, 14. I don't know how to count this. 15, 16. So 16 pages if I leave these as 2 separate things. Let's do it. Let's make these 2. They're not going to be connected. I could glue them together, but I'm going to make them into their own 2 separate pages. So now I have to figure out, what do I want to do with these flaps? How do I want to incorporate them? I could cover, okay, this whole thing with one piece of paper, which is what I did here. I opened it up and I covered it with a big piece of coffee dyed paper, which I like because this has so much imagery in it. It is a lot to look at. So by having just one plain piece of paper in there, it really breaks up all of this imagery. So I think I will do that here. Let's just get one plain, I mean, it can be design, it can have design on it, but just a big plain piece of paper. That's just going to give me one big open space to either journal or sketch or create on, you know, like depending on how this book will end up getting used. So now decide what kind of plain paper. I might just go with coffee stain again. Let's see. I did pull out this because the colors are so similar. These are kind of thick. I would prefer a thinner paper because it's going to be this is regular weight printer paper that I printed that on. So I prefer something thinner so that the pages don't get too thick. But let me just, these are so beautiful. I think I'm just going to go with coffee stained. As pretty as these are, coffee stained paper is a little thinner than this. And it's just going to give me one plain big piece to work with. All right, so I'm rolling away here. I hope you can still hear me. I'll talk a little louder now. Let me go to my coffee stained paper and grab some. Oh, that's okay, Piglet. She says, thank you. I missed it earlier. Hazy Ames, hello, hello, Paper and Create. I think, did I answer your question? She said that I'm behind on the chat. Yes, I was, but I think I answered the question by now. Did I? These are coffee stained, all kinds of coffee stained papers. But I'm looking for, oh, that's not big enough. That's a scrap. I should cut that one down. This is resume paper that I coffee stained. Can you hear? It's really thin. I got it at the thrift store, some resume paper, and then I coffee stained it, so it's got this amazing crunch to it, which I do love. This is regular printer paper, I can just tell. And I did put a stencil back there when I was stenciling, when I was coffee staining. Oh, that one's really pretty. Let's use that one. I have 2 of these bins of coffee stained paper now and a basket because I just did some more. All right, now if I glue this down here and then cut around all of it, right, isn't that going to be amazing? So what I need to do is glue. I think I'll use my glue stick. So I'm going to use, this is just a piece of watercolor scrap that I can use to protect my book from the glue stick. Is it Starbucks French Vanilla? I think I'm going to do that for my light scent. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Are you referring to my coffee? What are we talking about here, ladies? Fill me in. Am I missing stuff in the chat? My coffee is just plain black. I have to drink low acid coffee because I have a bladder condition, painful bladder syndrome, so I can't drink or eat anything super acidic. So I drink low acid coffee, plain black, not even any sugar right now because I'm trying to lose weight and I'm intermittent fasting. So it's quite boring. It's just regular old black coffee. I do like me some vanilla though. I do. All right, I have to be able to see this. I would like if I could line this up so I don't have to cut as much. Like at least one edge to be straight and lined up. Did I get it all? I did. I did. Now, that I need a little glue. Imagine that I missed a corner, girls. Imagine that for Gracie. I love the crunchiness of coffee stained papers. All right, that's all done. Now I have to get the other side. Put this here. Oh, I have that little notch. You little bugger. Maybe I made a decision I was going to make that a pocket or an envelope, and now I'm changing my mind. Oh, good gravy, Gracie. Oh, good gravy. I need to get in this center of these pages with that glue stick. And then push you down. This piece of paper, the watercolor paper, it's just there to, so I don't get glue on all over everything and I can get to the very edges of my paper. Okay, now I need to make sure I get this edge really well. And let's see what we got. That I could either have to recut it out or just leave it. All right, now the challenge is to cut this all out. Thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for joining me. If you guys are a seller here on Whatnot, why don't you go ahead and share what you sell, and or if you have an upcoming show that you want people to bookmark. I know, isn't that pretty? Thank you. Thank you, MT Lace. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Now, really, I could do whatever the heck I want. I mean, I'm going to be cutting. So if I wanted to cut off these flaps, I could. I think I'm going to cut off this one right here. Or I could keep it and make another one of those pockets. Decisions. What to do? I have this already here. Let's just start cutting. We'll figure it out. Because I can always change my mind later. That's the beauty of all this. You can do whatever you want, girls. Actually, this is in kind of a good place. I could easily rip this instead of having to try to get my scissors in there. Okay, now I do have a fold right here that I have to contend with. It's a different shape on the other side, so I can't rip the whole thing. I have to do one half at a time. So let's get this out first. I know that this process can be tedious, but I find it very rewarding. This whole process of like figuring out how you want to cover all your pages and how you're going to want to use them. I find it very rewarding. I'm sure there are lots of you out there who do not do all of this to create your junk journal pages. It probably is just me. I don't know. You tell me if you ever create like this. I'm starting with the base of an Amity Bloom kit that I printed out. I purchased on Etsy and printed out. And now I'm going through and personalizing it and kind of making it my own. Now, do I want to keep, this is a flap here. Do I want to keep it? I could actually let that extend beyond. How much more? Oh no, it's too much. That's too much, Gracie. My Gannon used to say that. My Gannon, who is now turning 18 in a couple weeks here. Oh, in a week when he turns 18. But when he was little, like 3-4 years old, and we just started recording kids all the time. I was recording him once, and you know, he was like leaving a message for Nana. He was recording a message for Nana that I could send to her. And when he was determined he was done. And he just kept saying, "That's enough, Mom. It's just enough. It's just enough." So we kind of have that in our house. When he's sick of something, we remind him, it's just enough. No more. Okay. You can tell my mind races. Like my mind goes all over the place. All right. I'm going to shave a little bit more off of the original page just so I make sure it's lined up. I don't know why it's there. So let's just keep it there. I have these flaps. I can use them or I can get rid of them. But they're here. I might just make another one of those pockets. I don't know. I could actually, now that these are covered with something, these could flip the other way and become part of this page. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Okay, once I get the base of these, the foundation of these figured out, and they're all like the way that they're going to live in this book, would you go then onto the cover, or would you start decorating the pages? I don't even know if I'm going to keep this or if I'm going to sell it. I need to be able to, I have to flip this all wonky because I'm a righty and I need to be able to get at this. Can you just stay there for a minute? You can see I need a little more glue right here. Do you guys do your junk journal covers first or last, or do you do a mix of both? I like to do my, I might create the cover when I'm creating a book, but I don't like to decorate it until the book is completely done. It's usually how I do it. All right, now again, where's the beginning? That's the beginning. There's the beginning. Still have to figure this out. But we got these done. I could glue, I haven't done this a whole lot, but to glue those together and make that a top tuck. Because I've been doing bottom tucks, but what about a top one here? This is not folded, mitered well. What is the word? It's not great right there. So I will put something there to kind of decorate that, but I think I am going to glue these down. Not in their entirety, but to each other. I know, I have those L-shaped thingies that I made. Jules Retrobomb, I sell everything. I want to get into selling beads, so I'm going to be selling everything cheap to liquidate because I got to move too. Oh, moving will help you. Yeah, moving will help you decide to like really unload some stuff, right? Gosh, we moved 7 or 8 years ago, and I guess that, uh-oh, I just dropped something. I got rid of, unfortunately, I got rid of all of my Stampin' Up! Stamps and pads, and now I'm buying back stamps and pads. Well, especially stamps. I regret it so much. I was so overwhelmed by the fact that I had so much chit, as I say. Okay, these are little corner covers, collaged corner covers. Like, look at her, she's cool. She doesn't belong in here, but she is cool. I have her, I have a shell for this that would work here. I have this little birdie. Oh, and this one would fit real well. So it's just a decorative corner that I've collaged so that I could add corners. So I am going to tack this down with some glue, and then we're going to add that decorative corner. So first let's tack it down. And this will be just like an upper spot. I think that's too much glue. I'm going to spread it a little. I don't want it to glue down to the page, you know, under here. Okay, now I'm going to glue this on top of that. And I have pretty thick range of where I can put that glue because they're about the same width. Okay, now, wait, get in spot, get where you're supposed to be. I kind of like that. It's kind of cute. As a creative, watching you work is relaxing. Oh, randomly designed. Thank you for telling me that. I wondered, I'm been on Whatnot for since October. I don't know how many months that is. So I'm, not been here for a long, long time, but I've been selling, and I decided after I saw other people creating on here, and I'm like, man, I could create on here. It'd be really fun to connect with people that way instead of in just a selling way. So thank you for being here, number one. Thank you for telling me that it's relaxing you, because the name of my private membership group is the Craft Therapy Club, and I'm a huge advocate for creating to relax and kind of like me time. It's my time to chill out and do what I like. So I'm glad that you're relaxing and enjoying it. That makes me really happy. And that is good feedback, because I wasn't so sure how people would react. Should I do another one down here? I could do that. I wasn't sure how people would react to creating. I didn't know. I mean, I'm pretty new, so I didn't really know how prevalent it is. Why don't you guys shout out some of your favorite creatives who craft, not just sell, but who actually craft on Whatnot. Now, I did see how I have these paper clipped together. It's because they're like, this one is for upper left, this one is for lower left, this one is for upper right, this one is for lower right, because of the way the little focal points are, like little squirrel, cute, right? So that's why they're paper clipped together, because now I know any of these, the focal point would go right here. So I'm going to flip through these and see which one I think I like. There's a bit of orange here, and that's on her sleeve. So that actually would match really well. Look at the little elf. Yeah, I'm going to use the one with the flower because it matches her sleeve so well. These were super fun to make. Super fun, super easy. I like mass making things so that I have them ready when I'm putting a book together. I don't have to then go make one of these. It's already done and ready to go. So, it'd help if you opened it, Gracie. Anybody else do creative craft and chat? I'll just call it craft and chat. Anybody else do craft and chat here on Whatnot? Or do you have a favorite person that you watch? Let's all expand our network out here. Like, tell us who. Tell us who you like to watch. I let the process tell the story and then create the cover from that. See, I'm the same way, randomly designed. Thank you for sharing that. Good morning, Patty Mom. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your company so much. I'm new to the entire platform, Demetria says. I work from home and just scheduled my first craft therapy for this Wednesday evening. I'm super nervous, but do you mean crafting on here on Whatnot? Is that what you mean by craft therapy? That's funny that you called that, because that's the name of my club, the Craft Therapy Club. All right, yep, this is going here. It's going to happen. Some of my crafty chicks from over on Facebook, members of my club, are here. So thank you, ladies, for being here and supporting in all the places. And for everybody who's new, thank you for hanging out. I mean, it's just really good to make your acquaintance, as they say. All right, I don't know how much glue, if I have icky Oh, I don't. I did pretty good. I was checking, I was doing a glue check to see if I had any wet glue in there that needed to be dealt with, but I do not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I like these too. And I love, love, love when stuff hangs out the edge. It makes me so happy. I don't know why. Because I'm kind of a grungy, messy journaler. That's why. Okay, so now the only thing left I have here to decide, I think. I mean, these are all going to get embellished a little bit more. But the basic structure of the signature, I love that little flap, is together and done. What is this? This is a pocket somehow, no? Is it a pocket? No, it's just a page. This here, this is what I have left to figure out. And there are just so many flips and flops. I think I'm going to glue these so it's just one flip instead of two, because there's just so much going on in this book. I could make it a pocket, but I already have a pocket here, although all right, I'm not going to think too much. I think I could leave it open and then I could close it later if I don't want it. So hold on. Then also decide, Gracie, do I want this on the outside? Is there a flap here? There is a flap. If I do that and I glue this here and I glue this here, then I get to keep the decorative part. It's now closed as one big structure, but then I could do something fun with this. So that's what I'm going to do. Decision made. Easy breezy. Just do it, Gracie. There's no right or wrong. It's just, what do you feel like? If I was doing this next week, I might do something totally different with this page, and it doesn't really matter. There's no right or wrong decision here. It's just, what do you feel like doing? And don't overthink it. Don't nitpick yourself about it being perfect or it being the right decision. Let your creative place, please, girls, please, guys and girls, if there's any men out there, but please let your creative time be relaxing. You have to have that kind of pressure on yourself when you make decisions about your family, about your finances, about your work, about caring for your parents. Please do not let that lack of confidence in your decisions creep into what's supposed to be your creative time, your playtime. This is not meant to be a time to stress. It's just a junk journal. Like, just don't do it to yourself. This is the devil trying to creep into your beautiful place and ruin it on you. Don't let the devil in. Don't let her in. Don't let him in. Okay, I'm thinking something creative here, but what? Okay, we have lots of stuff left over here from this kit. I know my desk is always a mess, but what if I took a piece of paper or somewhat or something like that? I could just use it as a tuck. Yes, I could. But I was thinking of maybe hinging something out of there. Because Gracie can't just leave alone. I just can't. I can't leave it alone. It's just, I love interactive things. I think they're so fun. Oh, is this an offcut from this book? It's so pretty. I would love to have something double-sided, but I don't. But here's what I'm thinking. All right. All right. I have an idea. All right. I have an idea. I do. I don't want to lose this necessarily, but you see how it has like a frame around the actual photo that she's copied on there? I'm going to cut it down to the photo. I don't know if I'm going to even use this photo in this book. Doesn't matter. I want the tag, but I want it cut down like that. So I'm going to cut this and make a little flap. All right, you can tell I'm not too worked up about precision in my books. Again, it's about not letting that perfectionism devil creep into your head and take over. Just stop it. Just, I will always encourage you. First of all, you do you. There's no right or wrong decision here. And don't overthink it. Oh, I just cut my flap off that I wanted. What a goof. What a kook. Too much talking. I wanted this flap. And I just washi tape to the rescue. We're not even, oh, you know what? Instead of washi tape, let me use my faux tape because it makes me so happy. Let's use the faux tape. And it would be nice to have a little skinny piece. My faux vintage. That's tape, but we grunged it up so it looks like it's been there for a long time. It looks old and decrepit. I'm going to do it on the back too. Well, yeah. Let's do it on the back as well. Is this too big? Nope. It is not. We're going to stick this along the whole line of here where I ripped it. I need a little more stability to the base. All right, that's cute. I mean, I don't care who you are. I love it. I think it's cute. Now, if I did that, and now I'm going to fold it here along my little tabby. Can't really see what I'm doing. This is going to be my little tab. Aw, man. I didn't do it straight. Oh, man. My thought was to have this tabbing out of here so that I can just pull it out, but now it's backwards. So cute, but now look at it's plain on one side. I could glue it down to this, and then I would have decorative on one side. It almost has like a little pull tab. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at here? Where's my glue? Thanks for all the chicks. Welcome to Whatnot. I followed, but don't see your show scheduled. Oh, Demetria. Like encourage. Yeah. So somebody who's new, forgive me if you already know this. It's not to be a know-it-all. I'm really just saying this so that if you are new and you don't know this, my friend Chris Hunter from Creating with Chris Hunter, she's going to be doing her first show coming up this week, and I made sure to tell her this because it's a really good tip from Jules Retrobomb. If you're brand new, make sure if you are planning to come live for anything, and you can schedule it on your actual account, like you're going to do this on Monday at 8:30, then create a show saying that so that we then can go to your profile and we can bookmark that show so that on that morning we will get a reminder on our phone. If we have our notifications on, we'll get a reminder saying that Demetria is going live Monday at 8:30, and then we can all go on over and join her and support her. So it is really good if you are planning on sharing or selling here, that you create your shows in advance, schedule them here on Whatnot so that we can then go bookmark. Okay, if you don't know what bookmark looks like, does somebody have a show bookmarked? I did a test with family last week and it worked. Good. Okay, so if you go to my profile, and when you're in a show, and you click on someone's profile and you click further, like view profile, it does not kick you out of the show, which is glorious. It's going to open a new tab. If you go to my shows, now here, this little thing right here, this little flag, that's the bookmark. You can see when I click on it, it becomes black. That means I bookmarked it and I'll get a reminder. So please look I only have 5 people, 3 people, and 3 people. Please, ladies, go and bookmark my upcoming shows by clicking that little thing. Then I can go back to the original show here, where we are now, and hang out and check comments and stuff. So please go and bookmark my upcoming. I have 2 more creative times schedule, and I have I also have 1 sale coming up in the next few weeks. Now I made this tabby bigger. When I glued that down, I actually made it bigger. This may not be the place it lives, actually. That's cute. You're cute. You're just going to stay right there for now. All right. Now the inside is completely done. Now what I can do is figure out what to do. I mean, it's not completely done, but it's now I've got the foundation figured out from having all of those, what she calls paper bags. I think of them as pockets. I've decided what flaps to keep, what flaps to get rid of, what to glue together, where to make pockets, tuck spots. And now it is very, very busy. Page upon page upon page of illustrations, florals and text, and that is a little bit much for my brain. So while I'm decorating this, I'm going to be incorporating more of plain papers for journaling and things like that, like this. This ledger paper is available in my Buy It Now tab. I'm just going to show it to you real quick how it comes. It is really big ledger paper, first of all. Each page is numbered. And I consider this 2 pages, even though they will likely come to you connected like this. That's 2 pages, and I'm selling 6 pages in one lot. If you want to go to the Buy It Now tab, if you want any ledger paper, I have flash cards there. I have some junk journaling supplies in the Buy It Now. If you want to support me, it's appreciated, but not required. Like, it's good that you're hanging out with me. I love that you're hanging out with me. So you can check out my Buy It Now tab if you like this paper. But I'm going to be incorporating more of that into this book because it is way too busy for my eye. Like, and you know, that's not the fault of the designer. It's the way I chose to put the pages together. When I put all these pages together, what I did was I cut out her little paper bags, she calls them. And then I was like, okay, now what do I do with this? How am I going to create a book out of this when I'm so accustomed to nesting pages into each other and then sewing that into a binding? So instead what I did was I connected them all with tape or paper or fabric, connected them all to each other. And I just kept doing that. And the challenge was big page, little page. What am I going to put together? I wasn't really thinking about the imagery. I was really more thinking about the logistics of how to put all these pages together. And now that I did that, now I can think about, all right, we got to tone some of this down. Like, it's just like in here, that's way too busy, right? So maybe I could take a piece of something here and just tone this down a bit. So what if I got, where's my, let me go back to my, well, the ledger paper matches really well. Hold on, girls. I'm looking at what I have here next to me. I've got some decorative paper. I actually even grabbed this paper so that I could, ouch, just banged my knee, so I could add some pages in here. Like, I like that color actually in here. That were just plain. We need some plain pages in here. It is just far too busy. I actually like this. Let's cut it down. And let's do something fun here. We're going to cut it here. Gracie's got to bend. Oh, get underneath my table. Get my cutter. And then how wide do I want this? We're going to hinge this in here just to give us something plain, though it's not so darn busy. And I wouldn't mind if this was not the same exact size as the bigger pages. I'm going to cut it here, and then I'm going to make it a little decorative edge. So let's cut it here. That's what size I need. Wait a minute. Gracie, is that right? Yeah. Had to think there for a minute, girls. And then what if I did one of those wavy edges here that I like? And there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just making something a little different, and I'm gonna hinge that in there so that I have something plain to either journal on or put, you know, something. It just is, we need some more blank pages in here. It's just way too busy. It's just too busy. Now I already hinged here, actually. Oh, it's got to go here. And hold on a second. Don't forget, you can change your mind on the juxtaposition of these pages. Now we're going to leave it here, and we are going to... What did you do here, Gracie? So, oh, I see what I did. Okay. We're going to leave it here, and I'm going to glue this down here, and I think I could use one of these little strips that I have just kind of hanging out here. This is going to go right here. That's what we're doing. Good morning, Anita. How are you, friend? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for saying hello. I've been crafting and selling locally forever, but this is the first platform I'm not as intimidated by it. Oh, good for you, Demetria. That's good. I'm glad you're not intimidated by it. Get it, girl. Get it, get it. Get your thing. I'm going to go check when we're done here. I'm going to check and see if you've scheduled that live. I don't like this straight edge there. If you've scheduled it, I'm going to go ahead and bookmark it. And hopefully I can make it and support you and hang out with you. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That's what it's all about. All right, I know I want to glue it down. I'm going to glue this here first. About halfway. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to glue it here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this like this so I can line this up with the edge. There. Easy, right? You got this, girls. Easy breezy and a lemon squeezy. Here. Okay, that gives me something plain. And this will likely get all something on it eventually. That is really bold color, so, you know, whatevs. You can always do something. This vellum kind of matches that tab that I made. Do you remember that circle tab that we made earlier? Where is it? Where are you, circle tab? In that gold foil paper. Here. This kind of matches. It's gold foil and it's that same type of flower. So I could use this over this to make a pocket or just to cover it, just so it's not so plain cardstock. Oh my gosh, it's pretty, yes? Oh my goodness, I love it. Actually, I could just make this a little pocket. I'm trying to decide which side to do it on. All right, girls, don't overthink. Remember, not overthinking. This actually, I was going to cut it straight to make a pocket, but this shape matches that flower perfectly. Dang. Unintended. That just is the way it worked out. So I feel like it's divine intervention. But I should just keep it to help me. This will make it easier for me. It's the right length. I'm going to cut it. Whoops, my glue. Hold on. Glue SOS there. Okay, I'm going to cut it just underneath that shape that I just created. So I'm not going to include the pencil mark. But that made it easier for me. Then I can glue this down and I'm going to have a sweet little pocket and it just tones down that cardstock right there. So I'm going to glue this here. It's going to be like a little spot to tuck things in. Here and there. I like that even better. And spreading that glue out so it doesn't look like a big white bead. There, it'll dry clear. Lovely, right? Because now we have that little space right there. Much better than 2 plain cardstocks in there. It just looks a lot nicer. Oh my gosh, I could do this all day long, girls. I could. In my heart, that's what I want to do. I want to be left alone, not by you, by my people, the people I love, who I'm so dedicated. I told you that was my devotion. My vocation is to hang out with my family and be there for them. But sometimes I just want to create and tell them, leave me alone. Let's be honest. Mama needs some downtime. And I literally could do this all day long with breaks for food and potty breaks and drinks, of course, maybe a little stretching here and there. But I could sit here all day long and create, but I do have work to do. I do have other things I need to get done. My son should be home. My college boy, who's here for spring break, should be here soon. So I'm going to go out so I can kind of be there while he makes his breakfast to hang out with him. Anita says I need to start selling. Well, listen, if any of you, this is going to be a shameless plug. If any of you are thinking about starting a seller's account, please contact me before you sign up, because they do have an affiliate link that I can give you that you'll get. I think it's $150 if you do. They'll tell you, like, you have to do one show and sell so many things within the first week or two, and you get a $150 bonus from Whatnot. And I also get, it's not $150. I get less than that, but I also get something too if you use my link. So even if you don't use my link, if you're going to sign up to be a seller, use a friend's link, because you both get, you know, well, you get $150, and I can't remember what the person who gives you the link gets, but it's like $100 or something. So it's a bonus for both of you, and it doesn't hurt, right? You could just sign up on your own, but why not give yourself a $150 boost? So ask me for my link, please. I mean, it just makes so much sense. Thanks, Anita. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. And if you sign up with me, I will absolutely be here to support you. You just communicate with me, right? Like, I'm going to have my first show. I'll try to be there. I will try to help answer any questions that you have to the best of my knowledge, knowing that I'm kind of new. I mean, I'm not like any Whatnot coach or anything, but I'll tell you what I've learned. I learned it all on my own. I figured it out all on my own. It took me a couple of months to feel comfortable with it, selling wise, but I will teach you anything that I felt was an obstacle for me. I don't mind sharing that with you if you sign up with me. If you don't sign up with me, I'm not going to feel obligated. I don't mind helping you, but I'm not going to go out of my way. But if you signed up with me, I would be like, okay, girl, I owe you now. So I will try to help you if I can. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, because look if you're here to sell, that means you're trying to earn income. And if you can get an extra $150, let me be the one to tell you it works. I signed up with a referral link, and I did get an extra $150. Like, once you just meet there, they tell you you have to do these 3 things in the first week. I think it's like schedule your first show, do your first show, and it may be sell so many items. I can't remember. But if you do those 3 things, then they just give you $150. It is so nice. When you go to the link, Gator, if you want that link, private message me. I will give it to you. And when you go to that link, it will tell you exactly what you need to do. You're getting everything ready for Wednesday. Oh, exciting. Yay. My glue tips. Demetria, what do you mean by that? Can you say more? Would you mind sharing your glue tips? Tell me what you mean by that. Could you just say a little more about that question? I'm tempted to put something on this side too, now that I'm going to wait for you to answer that question. But like, why don't I put something decorative on this side too? Like, I have these. You know what? I'm feeling fabricy. Like, there's just not enough texture in here yet. So I'm going to grab fabric while I wait for you to answer that question. I don't mind helping you. I just am not sure what you're asking. So I'm going to grab some fabrics. I think I got my bins mixed. I have my fabric scraps in a bin, and they're kind of organized. But I think I got them a little mixed up in here. If I took something decorative here, fabric. wise, something plainer. Like I do love this, but I want something even plainer than that. Because remember, I'm trying to like tone down all of this busyness. Oh, I don't like that color. This is an old tea towel that I painted on. Now that matches pretty darn good. Yep, I might collage something on there to make it even more decorative. Maybe I'll just do a thin strip, like almost like a tape strip, but out of fabric instead of collaging. Because remember, I'm trying to make it plain, more plain than it is, not add more stuff. Glue tips. What glue do you use and where do you find the bottle tip? I'm wasting a lot because they dry out. I've had more trouble with that. What glue, can I ask you, what glue are you using that dried out on you? I have had more trouble with these metal damn tips and them getting clogged. So yeah, I don't mind. I'm going to tell you what I use and what I prefer. Because I've run into the same thing. Okay. I saw everybody using these Sugar Bell bottles. This is, you'll find this in the baking aisle. It is Sweet Sugar Bell. These are Sweet Sugar Bell bottles. Unfortunately, when I bought them, I bought 3 of these in one pack. Then I had to buy the tips separately, this silicone cover separately. Okay. But it was worth it because I use this all the time now. When I started with this bottle, I had put on in here our glitter glue. This glue. I had a huge bottle of this and I put it in there. It kept drying. It kept clogging. It was driving me crazy. When I finally used all the glue, what I put in here now that's working beautifully, and I just bought 2 more bottles of this glue, is this glue. Neutral pH, so take a snapshot if you want to. I got this from Amazon. If you're going to buy it on Amazon, again, I have an affiliate link I can give you that gives me just the teeniest kickback. It doesn't change the price for you, but it's the teeniest kickback. Neutral pH adhesive from Line Co. They're a bookmaking company. They sell bookmaking products. So this is a really thin glue, but it's pH balanced. It doesn't yellow your pages. It dries clear. That has been working freaking awesome in this bottle, and it rarely clogs. So that's what I'm going with in here. I still like Art Glitter Glue. So I do have it. This is the only bottle I haven't. I haven't even opened this one yet. I also, when I'm working with fabrics, I'll either use Beacon 3-in-1 or Fabra Tack or Fabrifix. Okay. I have a ton of glues that I use, but I'm trying to get down to just a couple. If you're doing anything with fabric and you don't want the glue to show through on your fabric, this is a really good glue to use. Speaking of that, let me get this down. I have all these strings I should have cut them off and I didn't. I'm trying to break up that blue a little bit. Now, I do not have any luck with putting these in another bottle. So I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to try to buy the smallest bottle possible because this stuff gets really thick. And that drives me crazy. If you're using this glue, I'm just kind of waiting to see. I got them on Amazon, Demetria. I got these Sugar Bell on Amazon. Go to my Amazon store. Type in Google the Comfy Nest with Grace Amazon store, and you'll see the stuff, all of the stuff that I suggest in the craft supplies that you love or in the glue section. They're all things that I've used. And if I use something and I don't like it, I don't put it in my Amazon storefront because it doesn't. I mean, I'm not going to recommend something that doesn't work anyway. So I use these for fabrics. And I've been using this for my paper when I want a liquid glue for papers. This works freaking awesome. But I also like tacky glue. I do really like Nuvo glue. It's just really expensive, so I try not, I do have some on hand, Nuvo glue. It works great. It's just really expensive. The bottles are really little. Let me show you. The bottles are really little, so I don't use it a lot, but I do like it. I do like it. And my favorite glue stick, because you can see I use a glue stick a lot, is this Scotch permanent glue stick. Again, I get it off Amazon. I live in a rural town. All the big hobby stores are 90 miles away from me, so I do most of my supply shopping online. So I get this from Amazon as well. Scotch permanent glue stick in my Amazon storefront. You can check that out. All right, I gotta go because I got things to do, ladies. I got so much to do. I'm gonna leave this here to dry. Thank you for keeping me company throughout this. Let us, please don't leave yet because I am going to raid. I do like to do this because I think it's super kind and supportive. We are going to raid someone. Okay, so here's my deal with this. Let me switch the camera around. Ooh, so you can see me. So here's my deal with this. We're going to raid someone. All 19 of us are going to go to someone's show. If there's a crafter, we can go crafting. But if there's not, if there's someone selling, we're going to go raid. And Demetria, raid means I am going to, you and I, right now, I'm going to jump us off into somebody else's live, either sale or crafting. We're going to jump off into their live. And when you get there, what I ask you to do so that they know that I sent you, us, our group to them, that's called a raid. We're all going to go in and raid their show. It's a good thing. It's a fun thing. I ask you to put these little chick emojis that you see on the screen in the comments. Let's all go raid them and flood their comments with chick emojis. It's a really exciting thing to do for somebody. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, just stick around for a few minutes, say hello, let them know that you came over from the Comfy Nest with Grace, crafting and chatting, and then, stay for 5 minutes and leave. It just really does help them, boosts them, and you may find someone. It's a good way to meet new people because you may find a seller or a crafter creator that you really love. So let me find somebody to raid. Create raid. And what happens when I hit create raid from my end, it pops up suggested people to go raid. Let's see. So let's go. I buy some from the Postmodern Cat, and she is live now. I have no idea what she's selling. She is a creative. She has a ton of craft supplies for great prices. She has 11 viewers in her show now. I'm going to pick her because I've bought from her before and she's done an amazing job. So let's go see the Postmodern Cat. Don't forget to give her the chick emojis. Thanks, Christy. I love that. All right, let's